Look, y'all. I don't see no one else talking about these issues. So I am going to be the one talking about this shit. Alright? Nobody ever wants to talk about this shit, it seems. Everyone always just, I guess, ignores it. Just how absolutely disrespectful furries are. The lack of respect for boundaries. The worshipping of certain individuals. How we treat certain individuals. You know? God forbid if you are straight in the fucking furry community, and I'll tell you why. You're gonna be the most disrespected motherfucker in that entire crowd. No one's gonna respect you. No one's gonna respect any of the boundaries you put up. They almost like see it as a fucking challenge. They almost see it as a challenge. It's happened like 9 different times already when I go to a convention just cosplaying. I'll just be walking around as the T-1000 or the Scout, right? And it's mainly femboys. It is mainly those motherfuckers. It is mainly femboys who do this shit. They'll say some nasty fucking shit, all right? I'll just be walking around in the Team Fortress 2 Scout cosplay, and they just say some nasty shit to me. They're all like, hey, you want a wild yet curious being? Just some nasty shit. And I say, no, hey, that's nice of you. I'm straight. No. Right? But they don't give a fuck. You know what they fucking do? They almost treat it like it's a challenge. They keep going for it. They keep trying it with me. It's like, no, I don't want none of that shit. This has happened 9 different fucking times at the conventions that I've been to. I feel violated. I feel like lines have been crossed. Alright? I have had to remove myself from the convention floor because these motherfuckers would not just fucking stop. I would have kicked someone's ass if I didn't just walk away. Because they're so fucking disrespectful. They disrespect boundaries. It's mainly these femboys. Okay, that's the one common thread with these 8 or 9 different instances. It is those people especially. And talking about individuals that we almost worship in this fandom, it is mainly femboys. It is mainly them. And you just see it in how they act. Just how coddled they are around the fucking furry community. The furry community operates like a hierarchy. There is a hierarchy to this shit. Yeah, there's a hierarchy to this shit. And on top of the fucking hierarchy is like these twink furry femboys with the OnlyFans and are white, you know? On top of the fucking fandom. They can get away with murder in this community. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's called pretty privilege. But it's like, these people are worshipped. And you can just see it in how they act and how disrespectful they are. They literally get away with sexual harassment in this fandom. And nobody even realizes it. They don't even put no thought into it. I was online, okay? And I just see this guy, okay? He made a mistake. He made a fucking mistake. He said he has a bunch of femboys in his direct messages right? Sending unsolicited, all right, unsolicited pictures of their thighs, fucking of their legs, of their ass to this poor guy. And he keeps saying, I don't want to see none of that. I think he had to lock down his fucking direct messages after that shit. I can fucking relate. That has happened to me so many fucking different times. I've shut down my direct messages for months on end because of that shit. I'll say, y'all need to fucking stop. I'm straight. I don't want to see it. And then these femboys, these furry femboys, they just unsolicited send thigh pictures to me. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want to see it. It was fucking disgusting. And the reason why they do this, okay, the reason why this certain group of people does this is because they face no accountability. That is a legitimate sexual harassment. You would expect in a fandom that is supposedly so sex positive and so enlightened, people would have basic fundamentals down. But no, these people are coddled, and you can see it in how they act. You can see it in how they act. They disrespect boundaries, and they're getting away legitimately with sexual harassment. They have harassed me. They have harassed so many countless other individuals. And we think it's cute. We think it's hot. Furries think that shit's hot. I felt violated. I didn't want to see that shit. I didn't want to see a man's thighs or like a man's ass in my fucking direct messages. I didn't have to see none of that shit. That's like sending a dick pic to a random lady online. It's a hierarchy in this fandom. If you're like a femboy, like a twink femboy, you can get away with grooming minors on Discord, and I think that's wrong. No one will hold them accountable. They can get away with murder. They can screw a dog. Like, they'd be caught in 4K Ultra screwing a dog and grooming minors on Discord. You know what's gonna happen to them? You know what's gonna happen to them because they're furry femboys and shit? Nothing. They won't face repercussions. Maybe a few posts or so from people like me giving an honest critique, such as now. But they won't face the repercussions. Why? Because of pretty privilege. If you got pretty privilege in this fandom, in the furry community, you get away with shit. If you got a cute, glitzy fox fursuit, you got muscle, you got curvature, you'll be treated like you are God in this fandom. And it is so fucking shallow. Where's the justice? Where's the fair and equal treatment? You throw people under the fucking bus. Victims. Because the perpetrator is what, hot? It's fucking disgusting. That is messed up. I say that as a person who gets told time and time again I should be a model. Looks shouldn't matter. You should be judged based off your pattern of behavior. And I'm judging people off the pattern of their behavior. I just don't get it. I've said it so many times already. Why are we allowing this sexual harassment of people? Why does no one care? Why does nobody care that people, okay, people who aren't even of that sexual orientation seemingly have targets on their backs for sexual harassment? Why? This shit's not funny. I wasn't laughing. I felt violated. These people, these other guys felt violated when they saw that shit. No one wants to see, no, these guys didn't want to see shaved man thighs. They didn't ask for that. They explicitly said they didn't want to see that shit. I don't care also if you think that this is just, oh, well, this is just how furries are. Oh, this is just how the community's always been. Well, maybe the community needs to change. I'll call out the shallow behavior wherever I see it. If furries have always been like this, it doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. They could have been like this all the way back in the 1970s, 1980s. I don't care. They should change. I don't care if this is how they'd be acting all the way back to the 80s. Something needs to change. People need to respect other people more. People need to stop allowing pretty privilege to get in the way of their judgment of other people in terms of making an assessment off of a person based off their pattern of behavior. And another thing, I'm tired of being called a jerk. I'm tired of being called an asshole. I'm tired of being a prick. I'm not an asshole. I am not a prick. I'm not a jerk. I will call this shit out wherever I see it. Alright? I don't care how you feel. I don't care how offended you get. I'm tired of pretending that this shit makes me a jerk. I'm tired of pretending that. I'm tired of pretending that certain things around this shit that y'all think is okay is okay. I'm tired of pretending shit is okay. Shit's not okay. I'm tired of pretending that it's okay when it's not. I actually think people deserve respect. I think people should be judged based off their merit and how they act. That is fair. It doesn't matter if you're the ugliest person on earth. It doesn't matter if you're like the most, I don't know. It doesn't matter if you're the most effeminate, girly motherfucker either. You should be treated based off of a repeatable pattern of behavior that you project into the world. Alright? It doesn't murder, the act of murder, the act of sexual harassment, the act of anything is unchanged based off something so superficial. It doesn't matter if a person's ugly. It doesn't matter if they look nice. The objective action that they did is still an objective action. Someone getting punched in the face by an ugly person is no different than someone getting punched in the face by like a white twink, you know? As I keep saying in this video, I just want some fairness. Lastly, can we start being original again? Can we just be original? Some of y'all just make it your entire personality, your looks, and all that shit. Furries just make thirst trapping their entire personality. I have seen it so many fucking times. It is so fucking pervasive. And don't you tell me it's the Twitter algorithm tricking me. I've seen this shit on the convention floor. Okay, I've seen this shit on the convention floor. On all the conventions that I've been to, I've seen this repeatable pattern of behavior. People will just fucking thirst trap. People will make their entire personality revolve around being like a muscly motherfucker or a skirt wearing femboy, you know? And it's like, I always think back to that Buzz Lightyear meme whenever I see that shit. Whenever I see people posting their bodies, okay? I just saw this one guy post his almost entirely naked body with cards over his crotch, jumping on a bandwagon. You know, I always think back to that one Buzz Lightyear meme, where it's the Buzz Lightyear inside of the spaceship container, and then it slowly pans out, and there's an entire wall of them. Why can't you be original? You gotta jump on a bandwagon so easily. Monkey see, monkey do. That's like your entire personality, just thirst trapping. Why can't you just be original? Why can't you get followers the old-fashioned way? Why can't you have a personality? Why can't you just show off your hobbies? Explain niche subjects that no one else but you seemingly know. Why can't you just talk about how your life is going? Tell us about yourself. You're a person. But it really truly does seem to me I am watching robots. It really does seem to me like I'm talking with robots sometimes. They are so programmable. They are like NPCs. They are so fucking programmable. As soon as they see a new trend where you post pictures of your fucking body online, they jump on it so fucking quick, like flies on shit. And that's the only thing that they do. And the reason why they do it is because they're trying to get followers and trying to get views. It's just so shallow. I'm asking people to be original. I'm asking people to have more meaning. You don't need to be this programmable NPC and jump on a bandwagon, you know? You can be original. But I'm just watching you follow the crowd. It really truly does seem to me that my friends and the mutuals within the furry community that I have are the only ones who have original thoughts. It really does seem like that sometimes. The few who I follow, most of them are my mutuals. Most of them are my friends. And they're my friends and mutuals because they are individual persons, as I can observe, that have individual thoughts and opinions and actions and lives. That's it. You have a nice rest of your day, man. Fuck furries. I swear. Y'all nasty motherfuckers. Y'all don't respect people's boundaries. Shame on me for being a straight man in this fucking around these people.